think back 10 years ago when we were discussing this project. And one thing I am thankful for as an alumnus of this school, that they got the students involved in doing the planning. And I think we need to give them a hand. My job is to welcome all of you, but I especially want to welcome the alumnus that are here today. If you're an alumnus, please raise your hand. Let's give them a hand. Great crowd. After we cut this ribbon today, I would like for all of you to come down here and let's make a picture. This is your school. You're the ones that work every day to pay the taxes to pay for this. And I am so proud of our student center today. It's just a wonderful thing. I'm going to ask you all to stand, and I'm going to ask Miss Peggy Dean, she is the chairman of our foundation, to come and do our invocation. And if you would, please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you.
Please bow with me for our invocation. Eternal Father of us all, we come together in this hour as a blessed and grateful people, grateful for the significance of this day and what it means to Tri-County Technical College, not only today, but also its future. Grateful for the great leadership in the administrative staff, the faculty, and all the staff of Tri-County Technical College who remain committed and dedicated to the continued growth and success of this great educational institution. Help us to look to the past with gratitude and to continue to look to the future with hope. Make us unafraid of hopes and dreams. Teach us to be realistic about our limitations, but never to lose hope in our potential to transcend them. We're grateful for the forward thinking, vision, wisdom, and energy that brought us to this point in time. Bless those who gave form to this building, who labored tirelessly to raise resources, who made plans and laid a firm foundation. Bless the present student body and the future generations who will come here for their education, who will dream dreams that they will experience meaning and purpose in their future where they live and work. Thank you, O God, for all your blessings. All this we bring into your presence this day. Amen.
Amen. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thanks for coming out in the rain. Some of you came downstream, some of you upstream today, but we're glad to have you here. I told some folk yesterday morning that we were going to have a different kind of ribbon cutting. We're going to cut from the inside out today. We're doing this a little bit backwards, but that's okay. Thanks, Leah, for singing. I appreciate that. If I could say this, one reason we do the national anthem every time we gather in a gathering like this, because at the end of the day, our goal is to help people who live here, our friends and neighbors, get to a better place. And when they get to a better place in life, then they have opportunity to become better citizens. So it matters for all that you do, all of you, and thanks, Leah, for reminding us of that in your song. Let me introduce a number of special guests. All of you are here for reasons because you matter, and we appreciate the fact that you are here. But there's some folk in particular here who have had a huge role in making this work. So in a bit, you'll hear from some of these folks. But thanks to John, our board chair. Thanks to Peggy Dean, chair of our foundation board. She's just my buddy. I just appreciate all she does and how she makes it work. You're going to hear in a bit from Marquise Rayton, our student government president, from Tommy Dunn, and chair of Anderson County Council, from Etta Kamick, chair of Oconee County Council, from Roy Costner, chair of Pickens County Council. Brian White here is from the House of Representatives, chair of House Ways and Means. Brian will be speaking in a bit. It says the Honorable William Sandiford. I'm not sure if he's here, but Bill Sandiford is here. So, Bill, appreciate you being here and being just a good guy, and I just appreciate your friendship for all these years. And Gary Cleary, we appreciate having you here. There's some other elected officials here, if I could say now. Our Anderson County council members, if you're other council members, if you're will identify yourself by raising your hand. See a number of Anderson County council members here. See some other Oconee County council members here in the room. I appreciate that. And also Pickens County council members. I appreciate all of you being here today more than you can imagine. Our commission members, you heard from Al Young, but Pruitt Martin is here representing Anderson County. Tom Strange from Pickens County. Butch Harris from Anderson County. Helen Rosamond Saunders from Oconee County. William Ham Hudson from Oconee County. And Al Young from that independent republic otherwise known as Honeypath down in the lower end of the county. I couldn't resist. I think we have a former commission member here, Mary Dusenberry. Mary is here. Was it correct? From 84 to 93. Glad to have you back here with us today. We have some friends from our, a number of people from our foundation board here today. So our foundation board members, if you could just kind of wave your hand. I see some of you there. I appreciate having all of our foundation board members here. If I could say one foundation board member in particular, they all do incredible work. But if you look over your head, you see these little things called sprinklers, which I hope we never have to use. But Michael Fee is on our foundation board, and I'd like to say a special word of thanks to Reliable Automatic Sprinkler. They donated this system and also the system for our remodel of Ruby Hicks. So I really appreciate what they've done. A local manufacturer who stepped up. Tim Hardy, I may never say this again in public, but my good friend, and he's our system president. He was the president at Central Carolina Technical College in Sumter for a number of years, and like me, he's a homeboy. He's got roots in Horry County, so it's always good to have someone from that neck of the woods here. Tim, I appreciate having you and Tammy here today. Jeff Duncan's here. I want to say thanks for our congressman being here today. We'll hear from Jeff in just a minute, but thanks to Jeff for being here. We have some other folk here. I saw Mike Gambrill, Senator Gambrill. I saw Representative Jay West here somewhere in the crowd. Did I miss any of our other state officials? I also saw our good mayor from Seneca here today, somewhere. Oh, right here in front of me. How could I miss that green shirt? So glad to have you here today. If I miss someone, I apologize. I really do appreciate our elected officials at the county and at the state and at the national level being part of this. These folk represent you in making decisions, so thanks to them for their role. If I could, Cindy Benjamin, is Cindy here somewhere? Oh. LS3P, raise your hand. Stand up, Cindy. Cindy Benjamin is the lead architect, LS3P, in designing this. So through all of it and for putting up with our reviews and our deadlines and all those other things, let me just say a public word of thanks for the design team that you brought to bear on this. Thank you very much, Cindy. And we have some Juneau construction folk in the room. If you'll self-identify. Over here. Thank you for coming. I see the principal there, right? Let me say a word of thanks to our friends from Juneau Construction. They got up early every day. I made the comment to someone, if you see the time-lapse video, it'd make you dizzy if you look at it much. But they work almost that fast. I have a friend who was complaining about the fact that his brother moved in with their mother because they were going to build a house. 2 years later, his brother's still living with his mother as they try to build a house. They built this place, 90,000 square feet and some change, in less time than a lot of people take to build a home. So just a special word of thanks for staying after it, for your working relationship with us. I honestly didn't recognize most of you because you don't have orange vests on and hard hats. And that's mostly what I saw was orange hats and orange vests and hard hats. But thanks for your work with Ken Copera. Ken is our facilities director here, and Cara Hamilton, I saw Cara, is our vice president for business affairs. So this team did like a family does. Sometimes you push each other, sometimes you pull each other, sometimes you close the door and you sort it out and you come out and you make it happen. So a special word of thanks to all from LS3P, from Juneau, and from our team for making it work. A round of applause for all of them would be in order. I have to take a moment here, and if I'd like every county council member from all 3 counties, if they're here, to stand up. Some of you are standing up already, so I'm not sure how you're going to handle this, but I want you to stand up, if you will. All of our county council members that are in the building today. Ken, you can raise your hand. He says, I am standing up. No, I'm sorry, Ken. This has been a long time coming. And in my notes here, I went looking this morning, and I found this is called Board Retreat, March of 2004. I came in June of 2003, July 2003. These are my notes from a board retreat we had with our commission, March of 2004. It's a long time ago. In that board retreat, March 2004, you can read, there's some names and there's some things on here I'll not read, trust me. But there are comments in here about the need for a new student center. So 14 plus years ago, we were having conversations with our commission about the need to have better space for our students. It took a long time, but I have to say a special word of thanks to all of you, your chairs in particular, but to all of you for making this happen. Just to let you know, the 3 counties funded a significant portion of this project, and because of their contribution and because of their support, it's working for our students. And that project includes this building, an energy loop that will serve the entire core campus over time, which will, over time, significantly reduce our energy costs, because last time I checked, they were not going down, and also include the rehab of Ruby Hicks. So on behalf of our students and behalf of those who will come in the future, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, for making a dream come true. It's been a long slog, and I'll say a special word of thanks to my wife, Sarah, who is here, because 8,472 nights she had to listen to me come home and talk about this thing or whatever it was. So thanks for her support and making, keeping me between the ditches, if you will, and helping this work. At this point in time, I'm going to ask Jeff Duncan to come forward and say a word. I had no clue what he's going to say, and he told me that he didn't have a clue either. So this will be the first time Jeff has heard this speech as well. So Jeff, come on forward and say a word.
Thank you, Dr. Booth. What a great day for Tri-County Tech. It's great to be here, great to be a part of this event. I remember when I came over and they were doing the construction, Ronnie walked me around, and to see his enthusiasm as he shared the vision for what this has become and what it will become and be for the students here and the faculty and staff at Tri-County Technical College was something that helped me get on fire about it. And we were watching with interest as we traveled through the district this completion. So it's great to be here with all of you and all the elected officials, faculty and staff. I've long been an advocate for the value of a technical college education. But more recently, in the last 18 months, I've really become, as a parent of a student here at Tri-County Technical College, somebody that appreciates the value, the monetary value of a technical college education, but also the value of that education that will help my son as he moves on when he graduates here in June. He's had a fabulous time. Unfortunately, he won't have this facility for very long. but he will be an alumni of Tri-County Technical College. And I can tell you, if he stood here today, he would tell you the great experiences he's had on this campus. And I can tell you on behalf of Melody and myself, the great experiences we as parents have had of a student attending Tri-County Technical College. This is a great facility, Ronnie. I'm excited for you and the staff and the faculty, but most importantly for the students. And I think we're going to hear from one of the students in a minute. I look forward to coming back and seeing a lot of student life and activities going on here. And I will say this, when I came over and visited, toured the facility, had to wear orange vest, which I didn't have a problem with at all. Dan Cooper gave me his hard hat, which had a tiger paw on it, and it was orange. I didn't have a problem wearing that at all. And I think it's Dan Cooper's birthday, so I want to go on and say happy birthday to Dan. But anyway, thank you so much. God bless you.
Dan thinks we planned it today because of his birthday, but we'll just let him keep on thinking that. This is a milestone date in our history, and it is all part of our strategy. It's all about student success. I've said it many times. Our board says it. They talk about it. They get it. They believe it. Nothing matters except student success, and then everything else derives from that. So we start with that end in mind, and then that's how do we help get there. You'll see as you go through the building, there's a little diagram here. I will not go through what is in the building in detail, but short version, academic support for students upstairs. We've long said we wanted a place where our students could walk in and scream for help. That'll happen upstairs. There's that support there. There's the support students need on this level. There's support downstairs, our IT infrastructure, our kitchen, our cooking area for the kitchen, a bookstore, all those other things. Many of you will be surprised, but if you went to the bookstore, I guess we just call it the campus store because all the books are downstairs. Our students now order them ahead of time and pick them up. Life is different than it was many years ago. But this is the place that I wish I had had. I said to someone earlier, I spent my academic career in the basement level of this thing called Cooper Library in downtown Columbia, South Carolina, and it was anything but inviting a place to study, and this is wonderful, and I appreciate the good work. 1995 is the last time we cut the ribbon on a new building on this campus. That's the one right here. It's been a long time coming, and since then, our enrollment's doubled, more than doubled. We often saw students sitting in the floor, sitting in cramped places. The fire marshal was not happy with that, and the students were not happy, and I was not happy. So we're glad to see that we have this opportunity now. In keeping with this theme of students first, we're going to have our student government president, Marquise, come up and say a couple of words. I am not going to introduce our speakers, but let me just tell you, Tommy Dunn, Eddie Kamick, Roy Costner, Representative Gary Clary, Representative Bill Sander, and Representative Brian White in order. So since there's not enough room for two of us here, you'll just have to come on up when the other clears. So we're going to start, Marquise, if you'll come forward, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Booth, for the introduction. Greetings all. My name is Marquise Rayton, and I'm honored to speak on the behalf of the student body at Tri-County Technical College. For those that doesn't know me, I'm from Anderson, South Carolina, where I graduated from Crescent High School in the year of 2016. From then on, I transferred to Tri-County Tech to continue my education and my experience by studying engineering, design technology, and joining SGA. And currently, I am the president of that club. As students, we are thrilled that the community and college were willing to invest in this beautiful new facility that provides us more spaces to study, to work in teams, and to do research. Before now, you will see us sitting in the hallway, trying to do all these things between our classes. We have a new facility that gives us access to tutoring, to more computer labs, and other services. I believe that most of y'all have been in our old cafe either as a student or as guests to our college events. And I know you understand why we're also excited about our new cafe. And just look how shiny it is in there. And very roomy in there as well. We have a beautiful facility and have great spaces for our college events and activities. Overall, I know that this Student Success Center will go in a long way in helping us to learn, to access resource, and just as importantly, develop a sense of belonging in Tri-County Tech. Thank you.
I'm Tommy Dunn. I'm chairman of Anderson County Council. On behalf of the council, say a few words. Over the past several years, Tri-County Technical College has become more and more important to our community and our economic development efforts. I think there are many people who don't quite realize just how big an impact and a big role this institution plays in ensuring that our region remains a viable and popular location for businesses and industries. Simply put, companies like Arthrex, TTI, and others would not have been here if it wasn't out for their job training and other educational services that Tri-County Tech provides. In fact, just this week, we've been working with Tri-County Tech on recruiting another major economic industry development prospect for Anderson County. Hope we'll be making an announcement on that very soon with Tri-County Tech's help. We found that for an increasing number of companies, it is no longer enough that their workforce will be well-trained and complex. Highly technical skills nowadays, companies expect their workers at all levels to be able to communicate effectively and work well in group settings. The Student Success Center is designed to help develop and reinforce the comprehensive skill set employees demand in the 21st century. Anderson County is proud to have supported this important project. We know that the Student Success Center will play an integral role in the development and success of our workforce for many years to come. On behalf of Anderson County Council, I congratulate Dr. Booth and everyone at Tri-County Tech on this monumental occasion. It's yet another example of the school's forward-looking vision and skillful leadership. Just on closing remarks, I'd just like to say, I know Dr. Booth and him have been waiting. This was a few years down the road and happening. We had a recession. I think the wait was well worth it to get us here where we're at today and to see how it is. And this is a great facility and great building, but this is not what makes Tri-County Tech special. What makes Tri-County Tech special is what's inside these walls. The students, the board members, the faculty, the administration, Dr. Booth, that's what makes it so special and so great, and they deserve a place like this. And Anderson County, again, is very happy to be a part of it. Thank y'all much.
Hello, my name is Etta Kamek, and I'm here on behalf of the Oconee County Council. And those who already know me know I used to teach here. And teaching college is a lot more than just creating lesson plans, tap dancing in front of your students, grading papers. If you're really engaged in the process, you're meeting your students after hours for tutoring, you're taking them out to lunch. I'm well acquainted with the old building. I used to meet my students at Dairy Queen and Burger King. You're truly part of a larger family. And what is more exciting for a family than a new home? So my words to you today, students, faculty, staff, everybody that's here, enjoy your new home. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Roy Costner from the Pickens County Council, and you know what? We're really excited to be a part of today's celebration, and thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. You know, when you begin to think about how blessed we are with the 3 counties of the upstate, and how blessed we are in Pickens County, and as the chairman from Anderson County mentioned, all the manufacturing that's come into the area, it's incredible the things that have happened. And what's even more incredible is every single one of those manufacturers, whether they expand or whether they bring new jobs, they all say the same thing. A big part of our decision is because of Tri-County Technical College. That's extraordinary. And not only that, when you look at what they've done with the bridge program in Clemson University, what they continue to do with the undereducated population, I understand it's around 165,000 people within our 3 counties. The ability to help those people to find jobs that not just get by, but they do something they enjoy and love to do and get paid well for it and take care of their family. Tri-County Technical College is doing something extraordinary, and we're thankful to be a part of this celebration. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much for allowing me to participate here today, Dr. Booth, and to the Juno team and the architects. You're getting a real good test on any leaks today. And Dr. Booth, you were talking about energy costs. All I can say is be glad you're not connected to SCANA. You know, over 50 years ago, South Carolina was mired in an economy that was agriculture-based, and really in a dire situation. And our governor at that time, Governor Fritz Hollings, had this idea to create a technical education system. And when you go back and look at the history of that, he asked the General Assembly for $345,000 to start it. And somehow, I'm sure the House gave him $250,000, Brian and Bill, to get it started, and somehow he cajoled the Senate into agreeing with that. But he knew he had to find a way to train a workforce. And you know, we have the great benefit now of riding up and down our highways and seeing the benefit of a technical education system. When we look at BMW, Boeing, Michelin, go on and on, just ride up and down 76 here, to see the great impact that it's had on our counties and our state, it's truly amazing. And this Student Success Center is an integral part, as Congressman Duncan says, of enabling students to gain technical experience and also be prepared to go to our four-year colleges. You know, that beautiful national anthem that was sung today, a university transfer student did it. So, representing the area that I do, House District 3, which is centered right with Clemson University, the bridge program is extremely important to what Clemson University does. And Tri-County Technical College is the real cog for development, economic development in this area. So thank you very much for what all of you do, students, faculty, administration, and I look forward to all the great things that are going to emanate from this Student Success Center. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Is it still morning? President Booth talked a long time. I didn't know whether he would ever shut up. But that's, as all of us know, that's fairly typical. Let me tell you a little story, and it puts in perspective my thoughts about a technical education. I was at dinner recently with a well-known surgeon, and a group of other doctors were around, and he said to me, he said, you know, if I had known then what I know now, I would have never gone to medical school. And one of his doctor friends looked at him and he said, well, what would you be? He said, I'd be a plumber. I'd make more money and have less headaches. And I think he's right. The technical education, Congressman, is exactly what we need in today's economy. When I went to school, I think we were in a tug of war with faculty and administration, whether you could win as a student or they could win by grading papers. It's not that way, and I think that's the critical piece here. The fact that this is a student success center. And I think that shows the emphasis that Dr. Booth, the faculty, the staff, and all the other folks involved are putting on what they're doing. I congratulate you, I thank you, and I look forward with great anticipation to helping to cut the ribbon of the facility in Oconee County. Thanks very much, Alan.
Thought I'd speed things up by not taking the steps, because the only thing between you, the ribbon, and the cake is me. So with that, and I do appreciate the county councils that actually made this a reality of stepping up to the plate and doing things, because without that, that's kind of how it's funded. Also appreciate the value of Tri-County Tech understanding how things get done and work ethic too, because there's not any senators anywhere up here doing things. So I mean, it's just kind of good to show you where the real work's done. Even in the House of Representatives at the U.S. level, I mean, they're here now. There's no senators anywhere that I've been able to speak. So the value of hard work is recognized. I do appreciate that. But no, just to show you in politics, we do have fun. It's not all just cutthroat and everything else we do, but we do have fun and show that amongst the different counties that we all do get along. And just to kind of put this facility in perspective, what we do on our level as far as federal, as far as state governments goes a little bit different than the counties. We get the privilege of funding not only our technical college system, but also our other four-year institutions. Looking in your folder, it talks about, it was like over 3,000, 5,000 students. Well, this center is going to serve, and why it was so desperately needed, as many students as at some of the four-year institutions. You've got as many enrolled here in this one campus as some of the colleges do across the state that are four-year institutions. Not a technical institution, but a four-year institution. So that goes to show you the need and the value of what is here. It also shows you people recognize the need and the value of the education that they're receiving. There's a lot of business and industry leaders in this room. They understand who's educating their workforce. We get it now. And it is important that we continue to grow that and work with everyone involved. The students are the beneficiaries of this, and they should be. We want them to be engaged in the education because you were right, there are 107,000 people out there not engaged in it. That is our workforce. They need to realize these things can come back and do. I'm proud of everyone here that has participated in this. We're glad to be a part of it. We do a lot of good hard work, and just my good friend back there with my senator that did get here. He was a House member, so he was trained properly. But no, it is a great pleasure to be here on Dan's birthday to celebrate this thing. And I'm sure he did it this day because he's always the number 13, has to show up somewhere, and it's, I guess, 1 and 12 is. So anyway, so he is hilarious. I asked him who was popping by the cake, and Peggy Dean said she was, but she's yet to leave the stage, so we got to give her time to go get ready to pop out of Dan's birthday cake so we can have fun. So it should be an area where you can have fun, kick back, relax, and also learn the value of a good education that will take you far in life. And this institution sits in my district. I'm so proud of, and Ronnie's my constituent. He made me say that. No, I'm just teasing, but it is a great institution, great value. Appreciate students. They're all lined up over there, I think, for free food, free cake. But appreciate what you have now. When you get older, you will really treasure it more than you do now, and it'll get you far. But you are a part of a great institution that will get you far in your life. Thank y'all.
When I told Brian I was moving to Anderson, he said, great. And then I told him I was moving in his district. And he said, I think we can get a law passed. But I got in before the law was passed. Two things before Rebecca lines us up for cutting the ribbon. Since many are standing, I'm going to ask our employees to embarrass themselves by raising both hands. All of our employees. I want you to look around. Thank you. I've said this often, and I need to say it in summary. I think we have the best team in America. We don't want to grow up and be like anybody else. We want to be the best that we can be, pure and simple. So a special word of thanks to our team, many of whom had a role in conversations related to the development. They picked out the furniture, they picked out the chairs, our students helped pick that out. I told someone that I was not allowed to do that. It probably would have looked like a boring old law library or something because I'm an old guy. We wanted the people that use this building to choose how it would function and how it worked, and they've done that, and many of our employees were part of that. So just a special word of thanks from me to them for all their hard work and their support for making this happen. Also, I noticed someone I recognized earlier just came in the room. I'd like to introduce the late Michael Fee. Let me just say a special word of thanks, Michael. No, I love you, man, you know that. For the support of reliable automatic sprinkler, again, for this system here and in the other building and that donation, but also for the $100,000 support towards our campus store. So again, just a special word of thanks to Michael, because Michael gets what we do here because he's in manufacturing, but people get to a better place in life. And just a special word of thanks, Michael, for not just this work, but your support of Family Effect, support of Wounded Warriors, all the other things you do. Just a personal note, thanks, man, you get it. Appreciate everybody in this room for all your support, from the foundation to council service to whatever you do to help make this community a better place to live, work, and play. And now Rebecca Itzen will show us how to line up, and we'll do what she says.
That being said, Lisa, are you ready? Are our photographers ready? Are they ready? All right, what I'm going to do is count to 3. Don't cut yet, Dr. Booth. Those are big scissors. Did you hold those up? I know they're heavy. Okay. I'm going to, on my count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for coming, and everyone enjoy your visit.